Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. Obviously, Paris Saint-Germain were supposed to play versus Marseille today, but the game got postponed and we got to watch FC Barcelona versus Getafe. And first, we got to look at the expectations. I mean, I predicted a 2-1 for this game. That was my opinion. And that's also how I felt Barca felt about this game. It was a game, you go into, you get the 3 points, as a lot of La Liga games. And that's because Barca, obviously, they came after that Newcastle game, and then they have Real Oviedo in the midweek on Thursday, then they have Sociedad, and then Paris Saint-Germain. So they're not looking with that much importance into these league games and so on. Obviously, you want to perform well, you want to get a good result and everything. And if we can... I don't know if you can see head-to-head, Barcelona, Getafe head-to-head. I mean, this has to be one of the most impressive results Barca have gotten versus Getafe in a very long time. Why did it translate to Swedish, man? 1-1, 1-0. So Barca actually beat Getafe 4-0. They were at home as well. So maybe it's more the away games they're struggling. I mean, here, 0-0, both away. But they are only 1-0, 1-0. So they had a 4-0 back in 2024. But apart from that, usually it's low-scoring games. And if you take a look at the stats, I mean, you got complete domination. The game was basically done when Barca scored it first. And it was completely done when Barca got the second in the game. 1.98 XG for Barca. 5 big chances, 2 big chances missed. I mean, Barca didn't even have to try. They stopped trying after a while, calming the game down, calming the intensity. Rafinha getting subbed out in the 45th minute. Even Pedri getting his subbed out as well. And Getafe were extremely poor offensively. And that's the thing, like, when I talk about La Liga, I've understood some Barca fans think like I'm underrating Barca's performance, which I'm completely not doing. It's just the quality of La Liga. If you compare the quality in La Liga 5 seasons ago to now, it's so much. And obviously the biggest thing of that is Tebas. I read reports in the beginning of the season. There were so many La Liga clubs that had a lot of players they couldn't register. And they don't spend that much in the transfer window. They rely on academies and worse talented players. And we're just seeing the quality in La Liga just get worse and worse. And we could even say that for other leagues, like the discrepancy between quality in like the Premier League compared to the rest of the top 5 leagues is enormous. I mean, you could take a top 4 La Liga player, so basically from Athletic Bilbao, he could go and want to join a relegation battling team in the Premier League just because they offer him so much money. They always want to run the narrative, no, the players want to play in the Premier League. No, Premier League gives out the most money. That's why they want to play in the Premier League. I don't think anyone would switch playing for a historical club like Athletic Bilbao in the UEFA Champions League for playing for some Sunderland farmers. No, it's all about the money. But going back to the game. Great performance from FC Barcelona. Wait, what is it? 3-6-2. 11 goals from FC Barcelona in their last 3 games after, a questionable start. And I had a video about it. After that questionable start to FC Barcelona, Flick talking about egos and everything. Obviously, Yaman hasn't been played in these 3 games. We have seen also Flick bench Rafinha. He benched Rashford for this game, coming a little bit late. So that's definitely Flick trying to, get down on the egos. But that's not the only thing Flick did. He didn't just do that. He also adapted himself. He adapted his tactics. We saw in the Newcastle game, less high line, less offside trap, and we saw a little bit more of that against Getafe. Obviously, Getafe is more of a team you can play the high line, offside trap, and high press against. But even in this game, it was a little bit less than usual from FC Barcelona's perspective. Taking a look at the lineup, Juan Garcia, 2 saves. None of them were that tough, but he's just continuing his form. I mean, look at these ratings Juan Garcia has picked up. I've never seen a goalkeeper. 8.1, 7.9, 8.6, 7.6, 8.4, 8.1. Basically averaging 8.1 or something average rating as a goalkeeper. That's quite crazy. Obviously great with the ball as well, which is very hard to see in the stats right here. Another good performance from Jules Koundé. It was a foul 6 times, man. Getafe was still... How many fouls did Getafe commit? 15. So they tried playing their Bordelas football but didn't go that well and won the most duels, 12. Another, great performance there from Jules Koundé coming back into the starting 11. Eric Garcia and Christensen. Obviously, it's very hard talking about centre-backs when how poor the opposition was offensively. They were never threatened, but obviously a rotation. Still question marks who should be the starting centre-back partnership for FC Barcelona. Obviously, I think Kubarsi should be there, despite having a little bit of a questionable start, maybe end to last season as well. But Kubarsi should be there. I think Kubarsi, Araujo, I understand the Christensen, you want to have a left-footed, so Kubarsi there, but I think Araujo, especially in big Champions League games, like everyone remembered the Araujo red card in the second leg versus PSG, but people forget the Araujo masterclass basically he had in the first leg, where he was really good. His athleticism, his heading, his power, yes, he still has that little bit of stupidity, but I still prefer that. But we'll see. We'll see. The season is long for FC Barcelona. Another good performance from Gerard Martin. He was actually really good in the Newcastle game. Another good game here from Gerard Martin, showing that he can step up now that Balde's injured. Ding dong, just another average, usual De Jong game. I mean, very unimpactful. I mean, we saw that Casado pass. Where's Casado? There's Casado. We saw that Casado long ball. What was it? Was it to Rashford? To Rashford, and then he passed it in for Olmo, who got the goal. De Jong would never play that ball. He's allergic to being progressive. So I don't think he had a bad game. It's just another De Jong performance, unimpactful. Pedri, another great performance. 4 chances created. Should have had at least an assist in this game. Another great performance for Pedri. I think when Ferran Torres hit the crossbar, that came from a Pedri pass. So, yeah, I mean, that's why Pedri basically has no assist, because for some reason when Ferran gets it from anyone else, he scores. When it's Pedri, nah, I'm going to miss. But another great performance from Pedri. And they all honestly asked me at the end of the live watch-along, who do you think was the man of the match? I said, probably Pedri again. It's a boring answer. Pedri is basically always the man of the match for Barca. But I did say Ferran Torres. Just give it to him. We always give Pedri the man of the match. And Ferran Torres doing his job, getting 2 goals. Could have gotten a hat-trick when he hit the crossbar, but we're not going to complain. 2 great goals from Ferran Torres. And that first goal, the beautifulness, the Rafinha ball to the Olmo back heel to the Ferran goal. Great finish. Olmo, good game. Obviously, still trying to come back. I think he came back injured into the season. Some tough competition with Fermin Lopez. We saw when Olmo scored that goal, Fermin was right there. And after that, Fermin had some good moments as well. So, very tough competition, which is a great thing. You always want that tough competition. Olmo is going to get better with that, and Fermin is going to get better with that. The only bad thing with tough competition is if one of the players are weak mentally, but from what I see from Olmo and Fermin, it looks good. Rafinha only played 45 minutes and got 1 assist and 1 pre-assist, and the assist he got, great run he makes after Barca collects the ball from either a Getafe set piece or a corner kick, and yeah, just very, very good from Rafinha. Lewandowski couldn't get a goal today. Had 1 opportunity, should have at least scored, had a couple of ones, but I guess it's a little bit of questionable. So tough competition from Ferran Torres coming in on him. And then obviously you have the substitutes. Rashford didn't get... Wait, didn't Rashford get an assist? So confused. Fermin Lopez also, energy. Casado, great pass for that ball. Bardghji. Obviously, Bardghji needs to play more. Registered very late into the season, so he will have to want to play a little bit more of football. I liked Fermin Lopez' energy coming into the game. Completed the most dribbles, was moving around really well, Fermin Lopez, especially when he went to that left side, tried to curl it in. But Rashford, really liking him in the past 3 games. I've watched the Valencia Newcastle game and this game. Rashford looks really, really good, improving game by game. Even played off the right this game and was still impactful. So Rashford is looking really good for him. Look at Bordelas, man. What a terrorist. Yeah, so, I mean, Getafe. I mean, it was... The thing I don't understand is when you're playing against these weaker teams, like when we play one maybe in Liga, either they try to play football and counter-attack us and be great offensively, press us high, and then compensate whatever happens defensively, or you park the bus, which Getafe usually does. But Getafe didn't even do that. Like, it was so easy for Barca to get in behind Getafe. And I didn't watch the Barca-Getafe game from last season, so I don't know exactly how that went, but it was way too easy for Barca to get in behind Getafe. So, some question marks for Getafe's naive performance versus FC Barcelona. Maybe they thought after that Newcastle performance, Barca would be a little bit tired or something. I have no clue. And now, taking a look at the table, we're getting another juicy La Liga title race. I would have wished for it to be a 3-man horse like last season. The thing is, Atletico Madrid had a really poor start to last season, if anyone remembers, and then came back after they beat us in the Champions League, unfortunately. But at the moment, Real Madrid FC Barcelona. 5 games played each. 10 goals scored for Madrid, 16 for Barca. A little bit from that Valencia game, obviously. 2 goals conceded for Madrid, 3 goals conceded for Barca. So defensively, both look good in that sense. Offensively, Barca look better, obviously. Madrid is too much Mbappe reliance. Barca, we've seen Yamal, we've seen Rafinha, we've seen Leva, we've seen Rashford. It's more variety over there. This is XG, 11.9. Madrid, 9.8, so a little bit less far away. What's this? X points? Never seen X points. I have no clue what that is. But yeah, really entertaining. Look, obviously in a game, you want the game to be a little bit, you know, the opposition can threaten Barca and so on. But it was a good game from Barca. As I said, 11 goals in their last 3 games with only 1 conceded after, you know, that questionable start to the season with 12 big chances conceded and a couple of goals conceded and so on. So I think it looks good for Barca. Obviously, Paris Saint-Germain coming up soon. So it's good that I'm watching Barca games so I have a great picture of them going into the game. That's been it from boy PSG. Hopefully, guys have enjoyed this quick reaction. And as usual, allez, Paris.